You want to a life-transforming experience as Pastor Prince Abah brings you God's Word with deep insight and power. God bless you.
Nobody is going to police you around. I think I heard him saying in that meeting, he said, there are more anointed people than me who are here. There are more powerful than me who are here. He said, what destroyed them is inability to heed instruction. He was teaching on honor. He started doing some things and spiritual apprenticeship and many other things also. He said, do you think he said, there are many more powerful guys who are here. He said, I can tell you where they are now. We studied their process. So when you see people end the way they end, you think it's Satan. No. Check their process. Check their process. Your end is tied to a process. That's why you cannot be heading to Lagos as destination and be going through the road going to Abuja. It has to be the road going. Process is the thing. You end is not, oh, see how it ended. It just ended bad. No. Nobody just ends bad. Then nobody just ends good. People end the way they went. Understand it. People end the way. Thou shalt make your way prosperous. Thou shalt have good success. Oh, that court is just ended that way. It is the way he went. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the way is the way of destruction. The end will be destruction, because that way he's going seems like it's right, but it's wrong. There's something like accidental success, and there's something like accidental failure. Success and failure are deliberately and intentionally created. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You can't give what you don't have. There's no need pretending anything. No. You are either going through the process or you are deceiving yourself. Not any man. The Bible you don't read cannot be in you. The tapes you don't listen to cannot be in you. The seeds you don't sow, you can't reap them. The trainings you don't attend, you can't manifest it. The values you don't cultivate, you cannot give it or manifest it. It's a simple thing. Life is a garbage in garbage. Can you take watermelon and plant it here and now it will grow? It's not possible. You can't plant it on this cement and expect it to grow. Can you plant guava here it will grow? Apple here it will grow? It can't grow. Life is a garbage in, garbage out. So, you want to grow and become an authentic leader. Because that's what this mandate is about. Who is a leader, in fact? Where, we keep talking about leader. A leader is not somebody who is holding one powerful title in the church or who is holding one powerful position. That's not a leader. A leader is actually a son, someone that can take people from one position to another destination, a preferred destination. Is a leader. It will take a son to be able to lead. Children can lead. Leadership is not a position. Leadership is what you become after you've been processed. Leader is who you become after you've been processed. This whole dogma flying everywhere. Leaders are born. Leaders are not born. Leaders are made. There was never a person born a leader. It's not a position. If it was a position, everybody can be born a leader. Okay, let's even assume you are born a leader. You cannot become a leader until you have been made a leader. How do I know? Even if you're from a royal family, you are King Charles's son now, and you're only 2 years, you can ascend the throne. When you are born, they begin to train you on everything you require to become a king. A heir, though he be a child, or a child, though he be a heir of everything the father owns, the Bible says he differed nothing from a slave. He is kept under tutors. Tutors there are teachers, trainers, until the time for his release, until the time for his deployment, until the time for his manifestation, until the time of ascension of the throne. He can't ascend anything until tutors do their job. You see, this thing called leadership is the biggest bane of Africa. Is the biggest bane of Nigeria. You know why? We don't invest in it. We don't invest in raising leaders. So anybody can just wake up tomorrow and wear a suit and go and contest election, and enters into politics, become governor, become senator, become House of Reps, become anything, and causing problem for society. When he enters there, he thinks he has position now to go and collect his own share of the national cake. And then they give him money to get good roads. He uses it, make fake roads, empower people. He embezzles the money. It's because he was never trained to be a leader. When you put power or leadership in the hands of children, they turn it into tools of abuse. They abuse the role. They abuse the position. They abuse leadership. Africa is suffering leadership abuse. Power that is given to be used for the service of humanity, people use it to service their life. People use it to make their life better and then impoverish other people. So the focus of leadership in Africa is about title, it's about aggrandizement, embezzlement, it's about who is bowing to me, it's about who is lying down for me, it's about the titles you can take, chieftaincy titles, it's about the honorable, your excellency. You can be carrying title of your excellency and not be excellent. You can be carrying title of honorable and never be an honorable. Nothing honorable about your life. And you see, the church that is supposed to correct that paradigm is also making the same mistake. Can be in church answering a pastor and then nothing to show for it. Can be in church answering or whatever, nothing to show for it. Because the problem is a process. It's a process. It's a process. Okay, before I now finalize with what I want to show you, let's now look at 5 levels of our, I wish I was opening scriptures on this, but because this is not what I want to deal with. Some of you here will end up becoming so great, right? If you submit to the process, you become so mighty. But there's a process. Yeah, it's a process. You see that leader, they keep telling things. They keep telling him what to do. Keep telling him how to do things. Keep telling him. Keep begging him to help himself, improve himself. What is worrying him is babyhood. It's only children you beg to cooperate with you. Please now drop the cup. Okay, come and take this one. Drop this one thing. You always beg children. I have 1, I have 2. I know what it's like. Please now dress like this. Please now get Bible. Please now listen to pastor's tape. You beg them. Children are like that. Sons are self-regulated. They have self-government. They are able to regulate themselves. They have self-imposed standards. You don't tell them what to do. Once they know what to do, they keep doing what they know. You don't tell them how to dress for leaders' meeting. You don't tell them how to... They don't need to be pushed from outside. They are propelled from within themselves. They know. I don't know how you see these things, but I have a way of seeing it. I don't look at your outward to tell whether I look at your traits, your values. That's what I check. Your values, your responses, your attitude. I look at how you take instructions. I look at how you solve problems. You will soon begin to see that these are the traits that makes a person a leader. Look at your values, your value for time, your value for excellence, your value for personal growth, I look at your submission, I look at your corporation. I look at your visionary spirit. I look at your intuition, your innovation, your creativity. I look at your spiritual values. Value for God's presence, value for worship, value for prayer, value for soul winning. I look at those things. Because those are the processes actually. Those are the things. I look at your value for raising leaders. Your value for not only developing yourself, but developing other people. I look at those values combining together. Yeah. I look at your discipline. Your self-denial. I look at your stewardship. I look at your service. I look at how much you can go the extra mile to get a thing done and to achieve something for God. I look at all that. I look at your responsibility. I usually say that responsibility means respond to your ability. I look at your responsibility. Is this person responsible? Responsible for me doesn't mean this person dresses well. Responsibility is, can this guy take care of anything they put in his care? That's responsible. If you put something in his charge, in his custody, would he take care of it? Is he a steward? I look at the things you do when I'm not there with you. I'm not in your house, for instance. I want to know, does he wake up in the morning to pray? And what is he praying about? Is he praying for his pastor? Is he praying for the ministry? Is he praying for the kingdom? Is he praying for the advancement? I look at what you do when you're alone with yourself. I check it. You know, there's some of you, is when you're in church, you just try to look like it. Then outside church, if you're in your house, if you see how you can be taking selfie with your naked self. I look at all that. And you'll be thinking I'm coming to your house to look at it. No. When you show here, I can tell what you're doing in your house. I have a way of knowing people's secret life without even going to their secret place. I have a way of telling what people do in their houses without going there to see them. Just give me 1 minute with you, I will know. And most times I might not have to tell you, but I will know. It's easy for you to sit up when somebody's watching you. when somebody's eyes is on you. But when that person's eyes is not on you, who are you? It's easy to pick up your Bible and be reading when I'm watching you. When I'm not there, who are you? You cannot give what you don't have. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. Life is garbage in. You see the way the thing is flowing from me? I have it. If it's not here, it can't flow. Can we fetch water from here now? Somebody get cup, come and fetch water from here. Try from now to tomorrow. Even Jesus who turned water to wine at least needed water. From somewhere where there was water to turn it to wine. Try all you want to try now. Oh yeah, let's fetch water from here now. This ground can't give you. It doesn't have it. It's not here. You can't be placing demand on something that does not have what you're looking for. Just understand this thing works it's a simple thing. Anything you can't carry, you've not built capacity for it. Anything you can't do, stop blaming external problems. So 90% of the problem of a lot of people is within them. It's within them. You see that thing, for instance, now they are struggling to get you do, or you're struggling to achieve. Another person just comes in, dismantles it in 1 minute. So you'll be checking, is that thing that is a problem? No, sir. It's not. This Nigeria is tumbling upside down. Carry this in Nigeria. Give it to another person that knows how to pilot it. You'll be so shocked. The Nigeria can become a first world nation, can become a great. It rises and falls on leadership. You see, this morning, I got up, I called two persons, right? You come, sit down. How do we solve this problem? And I'm listening to them. 10 minutes after, I said, go and dress up. You go to your house. Go and dress up. Come and meet me here. We're going this place. And I took off. Called another person who needed to go with me somewhere. The same morning I called him. He said, okay, that other one I want to do on Thursday. Let's do this one first and see how it goes. Then if it doesn't, then we can now pull the other one. And I interrupted his schedule. He's not a member of this church. He interrupted his schedule, got him prepared, picked him up. Yeah, we've moved. I'm just coming back from Enugu like this, so I've not even touched home. It's only this water I've taken. Ask them since morning. Only this water. Even water didn't touch my mouth. It's now I'm taking water. Then I go with him, solve the problem. When we got into the car, what was the question the man, Engineer Ike, asked me? What was the question? He said, how did you get the inspiration to do this? Another person will be there watching. You know, those 4 lepers were leaders. You might be seeing the leprosy. Why sit we here till we die? Let's make a move. There's some people redundantly, they will be sitting. They can never. They are leading, they claim they are leading. They can never. Nothing can change. They meet a roadblock. They stay here till they die. They meet an obstacle. That's where they will stay. Nothing can enter their mind. How do we move from where we are? That's how, for instance, I can navigate the terrain. You can never enter a ship or a boat in a water that is always calm. Let me shock you. If you want to take a journey on a sea, for instance, don't be asking God to give you a stable water. Ask God to give you a good sailor. You didn't hear what I said? The water will never be stable. It's not the waters you need to focus on. All those turbulent water and all that. No. You pray the wrong prayer. Father, let the waters be stable as I travel. No. No, sir. It's God. Give me a good sailor. Who is a sailor? That captain that pilots the boat or that pilots the ship. Is a good sailor you need, not good waters. Now let me tell you why I said that. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Do you know I can finish developing this whole building now, developing this whole ministry? I have visions of things to do here. We move the church to. It's like the leaders who work with me. So like last Sunday, service finished. Some of you jumped and went home. This is why I sat down with some people till about 6:30 or so. I will still continue. I'll take off my shoe, wear my slippers, continue training. There are people who have done that who have never done it to one soul. They have never made such sacrifice. That's why the things I've been putting in them can't manifest. It can't manifest because you don't have a personal, you don't have a revelation of what I'm doing. They don't understand responsibility. They just think it's pastor's job to be calling them for training, calling them for equipment, calling them for discipleship, calling them for leadership training and all that. They will never look for a group of people, a team of people they can do that same thing with. Watch, they will never grow. So even if tomorrow, let's say I transit, I take this job and put in somebody, or I deploy somebody to go to a new territory, he will never be able to do everything you saw this my friend doing in Enugu is the exact thing his pastor does with them. The exact thing. Well, Pastor David says, all of you should meet me in Lagos or meet me in Abuja or anywhere, Port Harcourt. And then you see the way he put their table was there, his executive chair was there, board, projector, everything is in order. Everything in order. It's the same thing. You go to the headquarters. That's what the way all those other pastors were sitting down. Those other zonal pastors and those other satellite pastors were sitting down. Is how him too will go and sit down where Pastor David is. He now comes down to regional level, steps down the same thing at national. For instance, in Ebonyi State, what you see governor and his cabinet doing is the same thing in Aso Rock. Governor is president of Ebonyi State, just like Buhari is president of Nigeria. Commissioners are ministers in Abah State, just like you have ministers in ministries at the federal level. Yes, sir. Is somebody hearing what I'm saying? If you even break it down to local government level, local government chairman is like governor of a state. He's the governor of his local government. So it's possible. I'm building all these men and some of them just think it's pastor's job to be talking to us. They will not take it. This man here is a president and founder of the mandate. There's some other person who will be maybe The minister for a certain, another person minister for certain, another person minister for certain, another person governor. So if the person doesn't learn, you see, you take it is, what I'm showing you is practical. You have government house in the boy state. That government house is like Aso Rock. The way Aso Rock is in, that's how it is. You have commissioners. Those commissioners are like all those ministers. You have attorney of the state. Is that what you call it? Attorney General of the boy state. That's how you have Attorney General of the Federation. The difference is that they just, what you have at the federal, they step it down at the state level. They also step it down to the local government levels. Do you know they even step it down from local government to ward levels? Ward. Ward councillor is governor of that ward. If you don't learn how to function like me, you have no future here. Everything you see me do to myself is what you should do. I'm just your example. You refuse to study your example and follow the process. You're just deceiving yourself. You want to come for Tuesday discipleship? Yeah, any day I want to come. If you like, come to church. Come and be clapping it. Sir, I say a bread cannot become stone if it follows the process. Bread cannot be cake if it follows the process. You know? Cake cannot be meat pie if it follows the process. It's not meat pie process it follows. So it can, even if it's the same flour, if it follows cake process, it's going to come out as cake. Flour that follows the process of meat pie will come out as meat pie. Chin chin that follows the process of chin chin will come out as chin chin. It will come out as donuts. So there are some people wasting their time around here. Today they come in. Is it not from Enugu I'm coming? No? With all the bobo tibo on the road and all that. I should have gone to my house and go and eat, rest and all that. And somebody is in town, no, he thinks this meeting is not important for him. Watch few years from now. It will be hard. He can't crack anything. Give him, he can't crack nothing. He'll be frustrated. What has helped me sustain the temple of this mandate from inception till now is content, capacity. It's not just intelligence. There are dynamics inside of me. There are certain systems. I'm not just a human being, I'm a system. Yes, there are certain things that are padded inside me. It's not in the clothes, you know it. It's when we confront battles, that's when you know what is inside. There are battles I face, so if you face it, you will die in front of it. Because you don't have the system inside me. Are you not understand what I'm saying? You don't have the system inside me. So I've equipped and I'm still looking for equipment. Looking for equipment. When my friend, I was going to see him, I didn't know he was having a meeting. I wanted to defer the time. I was like, when are you free? He said, I'm going for, okay, can we see in the evening? I have this meeting I'm going. I said, when is it starting? He said, what kind of, he said, it's pastors. I said, I'm coming. He said, okay, why not wait for me in the house? I said, no, which house? I said, I'm coming for the meeting. What's the time? He said, 10. I prepared. Carried my bag, packed my Bible, packed my diary, and started going. And I sat at the back there without moving one leg. Until, how many hours? More than 5 hours. The man was okay. I was there. I know more than what he was saying. No. I sat down there listening. If you faint in the days of adversity, the Bible says your capacity is small. Your strength there means your capacity. Your strength there means what is inside you is small. It's not the adversity that is a problem. It is the person, the systems within that is a problem. You see, the height of this ministry is a function of our depth. It's a function of our depth. The quality of men and women we're going to raise is not going to be a function of men who are, no, it's not going to be a function of Sunday service and a function of, no, it's a function of this thorough furnishing, this thorough training, this thorough, discipline. You need to begin to change your values now. Your appetite should start changing. Appetite must begin to change from what to consume as per food into other things to consume as per knowledge now. You should start having value for things that are very, very important. Value for chastisement. You need it now. There are things that won't leave you. Certain foolishness that won't leave you until chastisements come on you. Do you know what the Bible says? It's a foolishness abounds where? In the heart of a child. It said, but the rod of what? The rod of what? We drive it. So a baby who wants to become a son should understand the value for discipline. That he needs the chastisement of his father to switch from a baby into a son. When your eyes now open to see that there are things that will be entrusted in your hands, and this is what it looks like, then you now go back, sit down and count the cost. The Bible says, who is that person that wants to build a house? That counting the cost. Yeah. You want to be president of Nigeria, sit down and count the cost. If not, vampires will chew you out there. So you want to be a state overseer. Oh, have you not read your Bible? The Bible says, he that desires the office of a bishop desired a good thing. It begins to list out all the criteria that a bishop must possess for him to be elected a bishop or ordained a bishop. He said, you want the bishop's office? He said, you desire a good thing. But look at the criteria. You want to drive a Mercedes G-Wagon. You desire a good thing, but see the price. You want to live in a house in Banana Island. I was seeing it on my phone this morning. To rent a house, not to buy itself, to rent a house in Banana Island, the lease is $24,000. That's about how many million again? 11 million. Then the highest is about $160, $160,000. We calculated, that's how much again? I think they said 78 point something million. Just to rent for 1 year. Then to buy, the lease is about 400 million upwards. Yeah, you want to live in Banana Island. That's the price. Count it, pay, then you get it. But you want to live in Isheke, it takes nothing. 50,000 can get you a self-contained. Am I right? Yeah. But don't be deceived to think you're going to find the kind of things you find in Banana Island at Isheke. Hello, somebody. So a lot of people deceive themselves. They want the best and the good things of life. But hey, pay the price. No, sir. Submit. No, sir. Go through the discipline. No, sir. If what you want to become is one of the high-flying sons of this ministry, you need to understand that there are certain expectations that will be placed on you. Expectation on your time, expectation on your finances, expectation on your lifestyle. Yeah. Expectation on your character. Expectation on even who you marry. Expectation on consecration. Expectation on certain things. Expectation. That's the condition. You know, many people will only do certain things when it's convenient. Sir, you won't be a leader. I'm still going to teach on that course, the law of scarcity and supply. I'll still teach that course one day. If the only time you can give is when you have, I bet you will never solve a major problem in your life. One day, some things will happen that all the things you think you can get will never help you. That's when you will know that time I was putting pressure on you to produce results in your scarcity. What I was working on was on your mindset. You think it's about giving. It's not a giving. That's when you realize that's when I was rewiring your mind. I was trying to cause water to flow in deserts. I was trying to make you have an impossibility mindset. I was trying to make.
For the continuation of this message, please play the next track.